All right, let's get it. Come on, guys. Welcome back to the podcast, episode 144 of the Divij's Den Show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Grant. We do the shout out to Grant every time. Every time. I'm not gonna forget. I swear to God, we're gonna be doing this like 1,000 episodes. I'm gonna still shout you out. But man, we got a really special guest. I'm super excited because we've been trying to make this happen for a minute. But you know, with glory of God, we got him sitting right next to me. We got the Puerto Rican pretty boy. I'm dyslexic, I'm pretty sure, so it's hard. But, man, we got Isaih Quinones in the building, man. Thanks for coming on. How are you?
No, I'm good. Thank you. And actually, I'm sorry that we didn't do this sooner.
Nah, it's all good, brother.
Everything happens for a reason. But, yeah, now it's been hectic traveling around.
Yeah.
So finally, everything lined up perfectly today. So
yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming, bro.
Oh, thank you.
You have one of the most interesting careers, I think, to have ever existed. Like, you literally slap people when you get slapped for a living.
Yep.
So I want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like the health benefits or the risks about, you know, slapping people, getting slapped. And then obviously your career and everything you've been able to accomplish and your relationship with Dana White. So we'll get y'all into the fun stuff with your career. But honestly, bro, I just want to get to know you. Like I would love to take it back. If you could tell me like, well, who was Isaih Quinones as a kid? Like what was your childhood like?
I got you. I mean, me as a kid, I grew up always wanting to be a professional athlete, right? Me as a kid, I was like, oh, I want to be a professional football player. I want to be a professional baseball player. Like, I've always been in sports. I found out I loved contact sports more than anything, so I stopped playing baseball. I started focusing on football.
Yeah.
I was unfortunate where my dad is short and my mom is short, and I'm not too tall. I'm only 5'10".
Yeah.
I had muscle, and I was a good size for – you know, a sophomore, and I was on varsity as a sophomore playing football. Yeah. And I loved hitting people. I was always the type that could just put my head down and just run right into somebody.
Were you getting in a lot of street fights, or was it more like sports?
Yeah, that's another thing. When I was growing up, like, I would always fight with other kids. Like, and it wasn't even just like out of anger or anything. It's just like, oh, I'm tougher than you. I could beat you up. Yeah. I did make a mistake once though when I was a kid. Like, I had a friend. I could beat him up. Like, we would box. I could beat him up, and then he could beat up his cousin. So, you know, me being a kid, I'm like, well, if I could beat you up and you could beat up your cousin, that means I could beat up your cousin too. So I went and fought his cousin, and his cousin whooped my ass.
He whooped your ass?
Whooped my ass.
Of course
he was just a good boxer, and he just kept jabbing me in the nose, and I was like, okay. That was the first time I got humbled too. That's when I was like, all right. Now you got to really think about things.
Dog, I be sparring sometimes. I remember the first time I sparred, it was with a 17-year-old. Beat my ass, bro.
It's crazy.
It's so humbling.
That's why I was like, like as a kid, you think it's like that's the only thing. Like you're learning math, right, in school. It's like, well, if 1 + 1 = 2, that means like, okay, I got you. Yeah. And then nope.
Just not how it works.
I was crying. I was just like, the water, you know, keep getting hit in the nose, your eyes start watering.
I'm dead.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was very humbling, but I mean, I just grew up. I mean, I've always been a loving person. I've always been, you know, close to my family. I've always, you know, I wasn't a bad kid per se, but like I would do stupid things, and of course I would get my ass whooped as a kid. Yeah, and that's when I kind of knew I could take a hit too. My dad was short, but my dad was also the type of person where he benched 600 pounds. Dude's huge Puerto Rican. He's shorter than me, but he's got like 24-inch arms. Wow. So he definitely was bigger, and he would definitely whoop me. And when I get in trouble, he'd smack me in the face. Really? That's when I was like, I knew I could take a hit. Dang. But I was the type of person, like, I wouldn't do crazy bad things. I found a PSP at school one day. Yeah. You're a kid.
Love those things.
Yeah, you're a kid. And this was when PSPs first came out. Mm-hmm. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was in the PSP. I was watching the movie in class. Yep. And I didn't return it. Like, I found it. I didn't return it. Yeah. And vice principal called me in the office because I had it for like a week. Yeah. And vice principal called me in the office, and the vice principal was like, hey, like, you're not in trouble. Next time, just return it. But we called your dad. I was like, well, fuck. Like, I'm in trouble now. Like, and that's when I beat your ass after that? That's when I was riding my bike home, and I was riding my bike right past the football field. Right, this is right when school came out. Yeah. All these kids were out there. Everybody was out there. And all of a sudden, I just get smacked in the face, and I fall off the bike. And I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a kid that attacked me. I was like, I didn't know what it was. I just got hit hard, and I look up, and it was my dad.
That's crazy.
Right after, I was like, oh, bro. And this is right when my dad started his company, and he was like, starting his tow company, and he had a van. He grabbed my bike, put the bike in the van, and I remember this lady at the school was like, you shouldn't hit your son like that. He's like, shut up, bitch, I'll hit you too. I was like, oh, shit. I was like,
he's a savage.
And I was like, shut up, like, you're going to make it worse.
That's so funny.
My dad's an old school, hard-headed Puerto Rican from New York.
Yeah.
So, and that's why, I grew up athletic. If I got in trouble, he'd make me throw like 1,000 jabs in the air.
Dang.
I've always, like I said, I've always wanted to be a professional athlete. I just didn't know in what. I mean, I had my dreams in what, but never in a million years did I think I'd become a professional athlete doing what I do now.
Yeah. So. Dude, I love that. I have a lot of friends, and I hear some of them, they tell me the stories. Some of them have had a tough love father, right? Where it was like, they would get hit, they would get beat, they would get spanked, whatever it was. And then they would have, some of them had a different type of father where it was like, they didn't get that instillment, if that's a word, of how to be a man. Like, the discipline, the roughness, the discipline. And, their dad was kind of a pussy, let's be like, for lack of a better word. Like, they're just like soft, not really pushing you to do much. And from my own experience, my dad was kind of a blend of both. So he was like very disciplined, but I never got hit that I can remember. Maybe I did when I was a kid, but I think it's important. Like, I think it's important to have a father that disciplines you in that way. And I think it's equally as important to then get the nurturing, loving side from your mom. Yeah. So I'm curious, did your mom give you that loving nature, kindness part of your personality?
To be honest, it was, my dad was still loving. My dad was tough. He was hard. But my mom almost was just, like you said, just soft, like didn't really discipline, didn't really do anything. It wasn't like she wasn't very like, nurturing, like, coddle me type thing. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, come here, baby. Like, it's like, my mom was just like straight up too. She was, and they were young when they had me. They were 17 and 18. Wow. So my parents are still young. They're 52 now. So it's like, we're still close in age. Yeah. But my dad was always a tough one. But he still kind of showed love. I got a lot of love from mostly the grandparents. And again, like my mom was soft, kind of passive. Like, yeah, I knew she loved me. I knew I was her son. Yeah. But I never she didn't ever discipline me, didn't get on my, get on my ass about anything. It was from her, it was mostly just, you're grounded if I got in trouble. So yeah, you could kind of say she was soft. Yeah. She was that soft parent. Nice. So I had the hard dad, but the soft mom.
That's a good balance, man. That's such a good balance. You said you had dreams of being an athlete, and obviously we'll get into power slap, but what was like the initial sport that you had in mind when you're like, Football. I'm going to be an athlete? Football? Were you tight end?
Football, I was strong safety, and I was on special teams. Dang. I was fast. Like, I was a wide receiver. I was a wide out. I tried running back a little bit. I just wasn't good at finding the hole. Yeah, I was fast. I could run a 4.340.
You have the physique for a running back for sure.
Yeah, so that's what it was. I was like, I ran a 4. Well, actually, not a 4.3. Sorry, I ran a 4.540 as a senior.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah. So I ran a 4.540 as a senior. Dang. And I had the speed. I wasn't good at finding the holes. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just stick to strong safety because I loved hitting people. And I was on special teams too. So I was on kickoff. I was strong safety, and I would do punt.
Did you try rugby?
I wanted to, but all the schools I went to, we didn't have rugby. We didn't have any of that stuff.
Dog, I played rugby at USC because I didn't make the football team. The first game, bro, I broke my freaking ankle. No. And I didn't play the rest of the season.
No.
It's intense, dog.
See, that's why I got lucky. I never luckily never broke a bone. Yeah. But I did get those stingers. I don't know if you guys got that in rugby though.
No, what is that?
Like the stingers, like when you hit somebody, you just get that shooting pain. It's
for sure.
That was like, and it's like your whole side of your body goes numb. Yeah. And you're like, oh, what was that? And it's like, it just hurts for a good 30 minutes. You're like, all right.
It's intense, bro.
Yeah, it was tough.
For sure. So tell me about your like high school, college experience. Like after that, did you go to college?
I didn't go to college. So gotcha. I was playing football in high school. Yeah. Played varsity football. My team, we were actually my senior year, we were the first class to go to the state playoff game. and we were winning, and we lost in the last 12 seconds. They scored a touchdown. Yeah, it was, everybody, we were all crying. I was crying, and I was like, man, like I should have been in the last play. Like I was upset. Yeah. And I just knew I wasn't gonna go anywhere with football after high school. Like I was thinking about college, but I was also the type of kid, like I got good grades, like decent grades. I got like a 3.0, 3.2.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really thinking about college. I was thinking about, I've always been the type of person, like my dad's a hustler. I grew up with my dad where my dad didn't even go to high school. I think he went freshman year and then dropped out.
Yeah.
But now he's a multimillionaire that owns a business.
Let's go.
Like, and that's what I was like, that's what kind of got me fired up. I just wanted to hustle. I didn't think about like, oh, I'm going to get out of high school and I'm going to go to college. I was like, I just want to start a business or do something like that. And I guess like a year later, well, I got into smoking weed the whole last year after graduating high school.
Were you selling it too?
No, I was.
Okay.
I thought about it, but I was like, all right, I've never had it. As soon as I graduated high school, first time I ever smoked weed, and I did it for like a year straight. After that, I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. Let me join the Navy. So I joined the Navy.
I see.
And I went to the Navy, and then I got out and didn't know. I wanted to be a firefighter because my uncle, he was a big firefighter out here that passed away in 2009 in the big Mount Gleason fire. Saved like 75 people.
Wow.
That was my main goal. That's why I joined the Navy. I was like, I'll get out. I'll apply for LA County. I got out. LA County was on a hiring freeze still, so I got back into aerospace. Well,
dang.
Actually, sorry, I lied. I started selling cars for like a year. Like I said, hustler mentality. I started selling cars for a year, got really good at that, and then I got into aerospace after that. So,
dude, it's so funny you say all this because, you know, when I came out of college at USC, in college I had like 4 different careers. I was a realtor. I was making grills. I had like a e-commerce business. I had like 5 different companies, and at some point I was like, okay, I got to buckle down and just focus on the one thing, right? Yeah. Like you get really good at one thing, and then once you get really good at that, you can establish yourself. You can go wider and go into other things. But it took me like 10 years to figure out what that thing was, which I now realize was entertainment. Yeah. But for you, I'm curious, like, what did you learn through that journey of trying different careers, and also like, which one was your favorite? Is it what you're doing now?
To be honest, I mean, I love what I'm doing now. I want to make that my main source of income. I mean, fortunately, being in the Navy, working in aerospace, doing all that, it gave me my first career. Yeah. So I have something to rely on always. But I mean, because I am a professional athlete now, I want to make that my main thing, but we're not at that point yet because it's in the very beginning stages still. I mean, it's blowing up, it's getting bigger. Yeah. But it hasn't blown up that much yet for us as fighters. I see. But I mean, I've always, my thing is I've always liked hustling, period. So I mean, I like fast paced stuff. So working my aerospace, I always have to push out a product. I always have to get, like, whether it's either get this aircraft built or get the spaceship ready to go for flight, whatever it is. I've always been the type where it's like, I don't like to sit there stagnant. I always like to hustle and work, whether it's me selling cars or whether it's me pushing out a product that we need to build and, you know, get it out to the military, whatever it is. Yeah. But I mean, that's what's good about you, people like you, and I would like to consider myself like you as well, is whatever it is, like, we're never going to be in a struggle. You know what I mean? We're always going to be able to find something to do that's going to pay the bills, keep the lights on, keep the roof over the family's head, stuff like that. So, I mean, I would say my favorite thing is just having that hustler mentality, whatever it is.
Yeah. Bro, I love where this is going because, you know, this is a very important conversation on my heart because I have a lot of friends who, they're depressed and they're sad, right? Like, I'm 28, a lot of them are 25, 26, in their prime, and they're just like so beat and down and sad. And I'm like, yo, like, what's good? Like, why are you unhappy? And I'm like, yo, okay, what did you do today? Like, what did you do yesterday? And they're like, oh, like, like woke up, was on my phone for a bit, like got some food, and then like kind of just chilled. I'm like, yeah, because you're not like keeping yourself busy. Yeah. And a man that's not moving and creating and strategizing and working is gonna be a depressed man because all you're gonna be is in your thoughts all day long.
That's what
you know
it
what
is.
I mean? But I think when you get to a level of kind of where you're at is like, you're always going to have something. Like, you're always going to be on a mission, and you won't even have time to be sad because you're so focused on this purpose that you have.
Yep.
So I love that because it's so important.
That's honestly, it's like, so 2 weeks ago, I got laid off from that job in Irvine, right? We were building a eVTOL helicopter air taxi, and it was for a company that Hyundai owns, and they just started doing cutbacks because the company just wasn't doing too well. So I got laid off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like usually somebody like you were talking about who just sits at home or like, you know, like, oh, I didn't do much today, this and that. Like somebody like that, they get laid off. They're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? And as soon as that happened, I was like, okay. Like I got the call in the morning. Yeah. I was like, okay. I was like, what's the next thing? I was like, oh, let me go here. Let me go travel there. And then I meet people like you, right? I know if it really came down to it, I'll just text you, be like, hey, do you have anybody like, you know, we could link up with? Like, I want to do a video, or do you know any sponsors that are looking to get into, you know, combat sports? I know I could hit up people to do that if worst came to worst, right? Yeah. But I just take it upon myself just to like, I'm kind of stubborn in that aspect. I do need to ask people, and ask for more help from people. But I am kind of stubborn. I mean, I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a Taurus. I just do something on my own most of the time. But
like you feel bad asking people for things?
I don't feel. It's not that I don't feel bad, but I try to do it myself first.
I see.
And then like, hey, if I just know like on the back burner, if I need to reach out to somebody, it's like, hey, you know anybody who's looking for this or that, or you know, and even my old technicians that went to other companies, like they reached out to me. They're like, send me your resume. I was like, oh yeah, sure. Like I'll send it. But I was just trying to think. When I got that call, the first thing in my mind was like, like, what should I do? Should I take this time to try to build my brand more? Yeah. Or should I take this time just to train and go crazy for my next match? Or should I just accept one of these other job offers that are, people hit me up for jobs, you know? Yeah. And they're like, oh, we love your resume, your experience, you know? And that's how I actually had the job interview today. Because they saw my resume on LinkedIn. And they're like, "Hey, you want a job?" And that's the first thing in my mind. I'm not that negative person that you were talking about, where it's like, "Oh, I didn't do much today, this and that." It's like, all right, let me think. Should I build my brand? Should I focus on fighting, or should I get another career job? Yeah, so, solutions oriented mindset. Yeah, that's all it is. It's so important. And that's why that's like you were saying is like I don't like when people are talking about like, "Oh, life's so hard, life's this, life's that." And like it's really not that hard. Yeah, like you just. That's one thing. Actually, my wife texted me. She was like, "Hey," she's like, you'll get the job, this and that." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know." I was like, "I'll get it." I've always had that mentality. It's just like I know something's gonna happen. Yeah. Same thing. Positive mindset. That's all it is. Gratitude. And that's what I mean. Like when people say life's hard, it's like life's hard because you keep thinking it's hard. Yeah. It's really not. Talk to me about that, because I'm big into like morning gratitude. I was talking to my girlfriend about this yesterday. I was like, I don't want to see you for the first hour of the day because I got to be with God. Like I need to get my mind right, and you know I gotta be focused and present. And to get there, you know, I have my morning routine where I'll pray, I'll meditate, cold plunge, sauna, workout, all that stuff, and it really sets me up for the day, bro. And it's like the rest of the days are so amazing if you do that. So I'm curious what your like morning routine, or like, do you have like a ritual that you follow? To be honest, I mean, I never actually thought about that. I never even actually. Really? I just wake up and just. I don't know if it's just because my personality. I've always been the go with the flow type. I wake up, like I know what I'm gonna do for the day. Yeah, I already have it planned. Like, especially with what I do, my routine is like I wake up, I'll take my creatine. Take my pre-workout, take my vitamins, go to the gym, and then I think that might, you know what, that might be my meditation. That might be my decompression. Like I go to the gym, I'll work out, sit in the sauna, come home. It's like, all right, now what's the plan? Like now what are we going to do? Yeah. Like, of course that's when I wasn't working, right? But most of the time I was just on a routine. Like I knew what I had to do. My wake up in the morning. Obviously, I mean, what I'll say I do wake up in the morning. I just look at what I have in life. And I'm like, all right, I'm good. I'm happy. So I have that gratitude, but I really don't like, I actually might need to try to implement something like that. It might change a lot of things in my life.
Yeah.
But it might actually help out if I could sit there and take time to actually sit and really think about the gratitude. Like I'm very grateful for everything when I wake up. Grateful I woke up, right? It's like, but I do kind of take some of that for granted. I really don't think too in depth into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And I look at my family and I'm like, oh yeah, like cool, we're good, we're healthy,
Yeah.
we're breathing, we're alive. But I do need to implement that a little bit. Maybe think about that a little more. Might change some things in my life.
Let's go. So. It's a balance, right? I feel like someone said something to me. They were like, would you choose your parents and your family if it came down to it, if you had to choose your parents or your family, or, you know, you made $1 billion in your career, like, what you going to choose? I was like, I'm going to take the money. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take I'm going to take the family. Just kidding. Just kidding. Mom, I love you. No, I'm going to take my family. Your parents will probably
be like, take the money.
Take the money. Nah, but like, I would take my family every time. So it's like, why would I not live my life in that way every single day? And, you know, as entrepreneurs, people who are self-starters, I think it's easy to get caught up in the chase and the money and the success and the cars and the watches and the relationships. And it's like, bro, we already have everything. Like the fact that we woke up, the oneness of us even being here having this conversation, like your kids, your family, like. So I think I just, you know, but I also think it's important not to overthink, because I think if you overthink it, then it can. You know what I'm saying? It's never good. Overthinking is an addiction as well.
It is. It really is. Honestly, that's funny you bring that up, because we don't fight a lot, like, over things, my wife and I.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is, like, in the early stages when I was doing all this, you know, the fighting, the combat sports, the working, like, I'd work a lot. Like, I'd work a ton of overtimes because I wanted a lot of money. But it's not that I want money. It's like I want what the money can give us. It's the quality of life, being able to, like, if I want to leave to Hawaii tomorrow with my family, we just get up and go. Yeah. That's what freedom. When it comes to the money aspect, to me, it's just finding that financial freedom and trying to reach that goal faster than later on in life when I'm, you know, in a nursing home or something. It's like, yeah, I got money, but what am I getting? I'm in a nursing home, you know? Yeah. It's like, now my kids have money.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, that's my biggest thing. But she changed her way of thinking after we had a few conversations, and she's like, okay, now I see why you do what you do. It's like, now I see why you.
It's a tool.
There. Yeah. It's like, so the when you ask that question about, like, the money or the family, it's like, I want the money just so I can have more time with the family.
Amen.
That's all it is.
It's so important, bro. Money is so important. It just can't be your God.
I hate money, but it's like, I hate money. It's like, but it's, you have to have it. You need it. Yeah. It's like, but there's times, like, I just came back from vacation. Yeah. We're in North Carolina with my family, and I'm, like, looking at some of the areas out there, and I'm like, honestly, I'd be cool. I don't need a big house. I don't need any of that. I was like, I'd be cool buying a little piece of land over by the beach and just parking an RV on there and just living in the RV, dude. Yeah. Just live in the RV and just
that sounds like a vibe.
Chill.
Real.
That's my biggest thing. It's like we just said, quality of life. That's all it is.
Yeah. 100%.
I love it.
Dude, okay, we got to talk about Power Slap because that's your thing. Yeah. So you're the former middleweight champion of Power Slap.
Yep, 2-time champion. I actually took the championship from the very first champion of Power Slap. Yeah. So middleweight champion of Power Slap. So
how did you get into this? Like, did Dana find you one day? Like, how did this come about?
So I worked at Edwards Air Force Base. I was working on F-22s at the time. Yeah. So I was a DOD employee, federal employee. COVID happened, and they're paying us to sit at home. And we were doing, like, you get 2 weeks off, 1 week on, 2 weeks off, 1 week on, and we had to, you know, the whole distancing thing. But for the first, like, 6 weeks, we were just sitting at home. All we had to do is call, check in, like, hey, you know, they were paying us just to sit at home. Yeah. And and like we just talked about, I've always had that hustler mentality. I'm bored. I'm like, I don't want to just sit here at home. Like, yeah, we go walk, you know, run, work out, exercise, do all that, hang out with the family. And I was like, I can't do this. I looked on Craigslist, went to Craigslist. If you go on Craigslist, you look at jobs and you go down to TV and film.
Yeah.
I was like, let me go find something to be on. Let me go be on a TV show. Let me go be on Price is Right, Deal or No Deal. Let me be an extra in a movie, whatever it is. I was like, let me just go do something.
Yeah.
Because back in the 90s, my mom was on Price is Right with Bob
No
Barker.
way.
My mom won.
That's
my mom
crazy.
won the Price is Right.
How much she win?
She won a trip to Rio de Janeiro. Won a trip to, I think, Spain, Madrid.
Yeah.
She won a trip
Did
to
they
Madrid.
actually get those?
Yeah. Yeah. She
They
went
put
to
you on a flight. They send
yeah.
you out.
She went to Madrid with my grandma, took my grandma to Madrid,
Yeah.
and then she took her best friend to Rio, and she got a Jeep with a jet ski and a jacuzzi gazebo back in the day. Gave it to my uncle, like sold it to my uncle. I was like, here you go. And yeah, so she won, and she was on The Price is Right with Bob Barker, and I was like, you know what? I was like, let me go do something like that. Like that's why I actually have Bob Barker tattooed, because
That's
but,
so funny.
I was like, let me go do something like that. Like,
Yeah.
so I was looking on Craigslist, came across a link, and it said slap fight. I was like, oh, I could do that. I was like, oh, sorry. I was like, I could do that. And it was a video of Dumpling, the fat Russian guy.
Yeah.
And he hit the guy with the tattooed eyeballs.
Yeah.
The blacked out eyeballs with the long hair.
Yeah.
Knocked him out. And I was like, oh, I could take a hit from him. I was like, I could do that. So I went to LA, and this is still when everybody's wearing masks and stuff. So we're wearing masks. I go do an interview, and they're like, all right, like your tryout is to hit a watermelon.
Really?
And I'm like, okay.
Like
So I
slap a watermelon?
slap a watermelon.
Yeah.
So I slapped the watermelon, broke the watermelon. They're like, oh shit, you're strong. I'm like,
You cut
yeah.
it in half?
Oh, I smashed it. When I hit it,
Are you serious?
yeah, I wind it up, and just boom, I hit it, and it just explodes.
Wow.
And they're like, oh shit. They're like, you're strong. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I could definitely do this. They're like, all right, come back. So I think a week later, come back, and it was funny because it was me, the crazy Hawaiian,
Yeah.
and Slap for Cash, the guy that got knocked out by Jake Paul.
Oh,
on
wow.
that little video, right?
Yeah.
That big chunky guy.
Yeah.
So it was us three. That's when I first met them, and we were on the Russian show that Dumpling was on. They came from Russia, came to LA to do it in LA. So they had us try out. There was a few of us that tried out, and I was
Yeah.
doing it on YouTube first, called Stone Faces.
Interesting.
So I started slapping people on that.
Yeah.
They flew me in Miami a couple of times. We did one match out here, then I did 2 matches in Miami.
Yeah.
And so I was doing it on YouTube, and that's when Crazy Hawaiian, we stopped doing it because he ended up going back to Russia because the whole Ukraine and all that war and everything.
Yeah.
So his name was Amiran. Amiran ended up going back to Russia, and we kind of were just stagnant. We're like, all right, like, what's the next plan? And that's when Crazy Hawaiian actually started telling me, like, hey, don't worry. He's like, I'm actually talking to Dana White. Something is in the works. And I'm
wow.
I was like, okay. Because Dana White actually offered this guy money to buy his show. But he wanted to be part of it still. So Amiran said, no, like, I still want to be part of it. Dana was like, no, like, you're not going to be part of it. Just sell it to me. I'll buy it off of you. And never sold it, but Dana White started his own.
Wow.
And so Crazy Hawaiian was actually the one that was like, yeah, he's like, don't worry, something's in the works. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be part of it. I was like, okay. And that's when I stopped working at the Air Force Base. I started working at Virgin Galactic, working on spaceships. And I was sitting there at lunch, and I got a email from one of the talent guys at UFC.
Yeah.
And his name was Sal. And he was like, hey, he's like, we've seen your videos. We want you to come and be on season 1 of Power Slap.
Wow.
I was like, all right, let's do it. So I started going through all the medicals, did the whole medicals check, and
Yeah.
had
That's
to get
crazy.
my Nevada commission license. And yeah, I was on.
Wait, what is that?
So same license you have to get as like a boxer, as like a professional fighter. So you have to get a license through the Nevada Commission. Because actually, before that, I'll rewind a little bit. October of 2022, Dana White got it sanctioned by the Nevada Commission
I see.
to become a professional sport.
Professional.
So yeah, so we no more YouTube, no more this and that. Right? Oh well, we still put it on YouTube. We do our events live on YouTube, but it's like this is an actual sanctioned event now.
Yeah.
It's not just some guys in a bar, some guys in a garage just slapping each other.
Yeah, it's legit.
It's a legit sanctioned event.
Yeah.
So I had to get my Nevada Commission license, and I had to get my Texas combat license as well. So and that's when I was like, and I didn't really at that point. When I was telling you earlier about me wanting to be a professional athlete as a kid,
Yeah.
at that point, I didn't even know I was a professional athlete. Like when I signed that paper, I became a professional athlete.
That's crazy.
And I was like, but it didn't hit me. Like I didn't know.
Yeah, you thought it was probably more like entertainment.
Yeah, I thought it was just me doing this for entertainment. Like, oh, this is just part of the process.
Yeah.
And then I went to the tryouts for season 1, and it was like the Ultimate Fighter. We were supposed to go live in a house on season 1.
Yeah.
Go live in the house. You guys fight each other, and then boom, get contracts.
Wow.
So, and I messed up. I actually got sick.
Yeah.
So I got sick in my very first match, and it was an exhibition match. And mind you, I was undefeated.
Yeah.
I haven't lost once in any of the stone face matches on YouTube. I've never lost in one of these competitions.
Yeah.
And my first competition in front of Dana White, I lost.
Because you were sick.
I was sick. I was weak. I was pounding NyQuil so when we got there, it's like the Ultimate Fighter, like I said, so no phones. It's like you can't post anything, no phones. You give your phone, your wallet, everything to them, and they separate everybody in their hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as I landed out there, I was just sick. I was sicker than a dog. I was pounding NyQuil all day.
Yeah.
And we were out there for like 4 days. So the day before the match, I was still sick. I just pounded NyQuil, woke up the next day. You could just tell I felt weak.
Yeah.
I felt weak, but I was like, I'm not going to tell him I'm sick.
Yeah.
I'm still going to do this. So I did it. Kid hit me. He got me. He didn't get me very clean, but of course this was the very beginning stages. So
Yeah.
there's rules to it, but back then they're still kind of learning.
Yeah.
And he hit me, and he got me with like a club, and pretty much like a punch.
Does it have to be a flat hand?
Yeah,
Has to be open palm.
Yeah, I'll go through those rules. It's pretty intense, but that I lost, and Dana White was like, "Hey, don't trip. Like, you're coming back." I was like, "Okay," and that's when I was like, "All right." I was like, "This is gonna go something. This is gonna go crazy." Like I already knew as soon as he touched something, it's
gonna be huge.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And then little by little, so I was at Power Slap 1.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, I didn't know I was going to be a professional athlete. Didn't know I was a professional athlete.
Yeah.
I thought I was just a fighter. And we had a drug test. I was on TRT. I was taking the over the counter. It was like like I said, I didn't know I was a professional athlete. I don't know what the whole drug tests are. We're getting drug tested by USADA because we're signed to the UFC.
Yeah.
And I buy this thing off of Amazon, and it's like, oh, MGK something, or like MKG like 777 something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's on Amazon. Can't be illegal. It's not a drug. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
So I buy it from Amazon. Well, I pop for all these things, and I'm like, what? So I got suspended for a year.
Oh, wow.
After Power Slap 1.
Dang.
Got suspended for a year because I was on TRT from the doctor.
TRT is just testosterone.
It's just a testosterone. Is
that illegal?
It's illegal because it's a supplement. It's a drug enhancing thing, so you can't use it as a professional athlete. That's when that's when it actually hit me. I'm like, oh damn, like I didn't know, like, and they felt bad, so that that's why they didn't kick me off the roster or anything. They're like, listen, like this is your first event, like you guys are not professional athletes. You guys didn't. I mean, you are now, but they're like, you never were before. You don't know what this consists of. Yeah. So they kind of took the blame on it. They're like, hey, that's our fault. Like, we're sorry. Yeah. So they started teaching us about that stuff, what you can and can't take. I mean, for instance, like we were talking about earlier, right here it says nutrition fact. Yeah. So instead of a supplement, anything that says supplement, we can't take unless it has a stamp that's certified by USADA. I see. So it has to have a stamp, like, so C4. If it doesn't have the stamp, I can't even drink C4. No so way. I mean, luckily it's stamped by one of the choice. It's tested by USADA, so we're allowed to drink it. But if it doesn't have that stamp and it says supplement on there, it could make you pop for anything. Dang. So you have to be very careful with what you take and put in your body. Yeah. But so I was out for a year. Power Slap was still going, and the rules started getting better and better. And like you asked earlier, if there's rules to it, there's 100% rules because you don't want to freaking get, brain damage, or you don't want to get destroyed or hurt. I mean, we had a girl just break her nose recently, but you have to hit with a flat hand. Yeah. So the rule is to hit with a flat hand, and the target area is below the eye, above the chin, the jawline, and it can't go past the ear, or you can't target the chin. So you have to hit a flat hand on the cheek. And you have to make 3 points of contact at the same time. So your fingers have to hit, the middle of your palm have to hit, and the base of your palm have to hit at the same time. So it has to be a flat hand. Yeah. And then there's people that are targeting like this, because that's a hard part.
Yeah,
that's the hardest part of your body.
Yeah.
And people are just getting punched in the face pretty much. That's a punch.
Right.
And somebody's giving you their chin to sit out there.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get damaged. Yeah. Like, and you don't want to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of rules to it now.
I have so many questions, bro.
Yeah.
Does it hurt?
No.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt. That's people think I'm crazy for this too, bro. It's like,
are you just saying that because you have because you're like the face of it? You're like, I don't give a fuck. This doesn't hurt.
No, it's hard to explain. Like it's wild because I tell people like it doesn't hurt, but then it's like you think about when you got spanked as a kid. It's like, it stings. It hurt. Like I think it's because I'm so locked in and I'm so zoned in whenever I'm up there in my match, and your adrenaline's pumping. You don't feel it. Yeah. Like you get hit, and then it's like, okay, turn around, get chalk on your hand, my turn. Like. It's weird. It's like
you blink out. Slap the other person right after you get slapped.
Yeah,
so you don't get time to like recoup. Or
there's a 60-second time limit.
Doesn't that feel like a disadvantage to the person that gets slapped first?
So that's another thing you'll trip out on. Yeah. So we go based off of a coin toss, right? Yeah. So you got red corner and you got blue corner. Mm-hmm. The coin is red or blue.
I see.
So that determines who gets to go first. Yeah. In the very beginning, Power Slap 1, people are like, oh, person who gets to go first is going to win every time. Yeah. Like you would think. Yeah. Well, they started doing the statistics on it and analyzing it, and it's actually like 51%.
Of people that go second have a higher winning streak?
So 51% of the people that are losing the coin toss. So the majority is on the people that lose the coin toss. Those are the majority that win. Wow. It's crazy. And for instance, my last match, I won the coin toss and I lost that match. But the match before that, the same guy, I lost the coin toss, but I won that match. Yeah. So it's a trip. It's a trip because, and I don't know if it's a mind game. I don't know if it's because, like we said, it's like I said, it doesn't really hurt. It's weird. It's hard to explain. It's because like you see it and it's like, damn, it looks like it really hurts. Yeah. But I'm so zoned in. Don't think about it. I'm like, what's going through my mind is like, all right, he just hit me. I see the fear in his eyes. My turn. Yeah. Like, and it's just like, you're so locked in. It's like, boom. And I think it just makes you hit him harder. Yeah. Whenever you get hit, it's like, all right. And that's why I think the majority of the people that get hit first win is because you're already fired up. Yeah. You're pumped up even more. That makes sense. It's like when those weightlifters are getting hit in their back and they get smacked in the back and then they go and deadlift, right? Yeah. It's like, that's true. It kind of pumps them up. So I think that's the same mentality that we go through.
Increased adrenaline. What's the proper preparation when you're about to get slapped? Like, how do you, what do you do with your face? Like, do you like tense up? Like, what's the vibes with that?
Yes. So that's another thing is like, so I was actually talking to Fernando Vargas because the last match I lost, he was there. Yeah. And, you know, I'm cool with them, cool with his sons. And they're like, hey, you know, come train with us. Like, we know why you lost the last match. I'm like, okay. They're like, you closed your eyes too early. And I'm like, oh, because it knocks off your equilibrium, right? Yeah. And I went back and looked at all my other matches, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I was like, if you watch my other matches, I'm watching their hand the whole time. I'm watching their hand, and then my eyes don't close until they naturally close after the person makes contact. But the preparation I do is, I mean, I was born with like no neck. Yeah. I have like no neck. So I think that's why I'm good at taking a hit too. I see. But you bite down and you tense up and you just, it's like I kind of like try to just make my muscles just tight on that one side as hard as I can. And it's like I have a mouthpiece in, but it's like I bite through my mouthpiece. Like I'm just biting so hard. Yeah. And I have an underbite on my mouthpiece too. Yeah. So it's like when I bite down, it locks my jaw into place. Yeah. And I just tense up and just eat it. Yeah. And just wait for him to hit me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's wild. And then the other trippy part is if you tense up too much, they could call you for flinching. You get hit twice.
Really?
2 for flinching.
Interesting.
2 for flinching.
I got so many questions. Yeah. Okay, and then let's say I slap you, and then you slap me after that. when you're about to slap your opponent, are you actually like pissed off at them? Like, are you trying to hurt them? Or like, what's like your mentality about what you're gonna do to that person?
My mentality is I'm gonna push through his face and knock him out.
Jesus
I want
Christ.
to put him out cold. I want to put him out cold.
Really?
And it's like, it's kind of wild. It's like, it's not that I don't hate the person. It's kind of hard to hate somebody who's letting you hit them for free.
Yeah.
You know, it's like yeah, I'm pissed, but it's like, all right, like you're about to let me hit you for free. You know?
Yeah.
That's why it's like some of these guys, like they're a bunch of goofballs because I'm like you guys are fucking losers because you're like all hyped up and like you act tough when you knock this guy out. But I'm like, why are you acting tough when you knock him out? He just gave you his chin for free. Like, don't act tough when you knock him out. Like, act tough when you take a hit.
Yeah.
All day. Be like, yeah, I ate that shit, pussy. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, if you knock somebody out, they gave you a chin for free. Like, don't act
There's
tough.
nothing to brag about.
Yeah. Don't act tough. Like, that's why if you watch my matches, like, yeah, I get excited. I get pumped.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like I'm pumped, but I'm not talking shit to the person. It's like, you let me hit you, but like, yeah, I just won. So it's like, there's no hate, at least for me and some people on some parts, but there is still beef. There's beef. For sure there's beef. Like,
really?
This kid, the one that I just lost to, unfortunately, I beat him. He beat me.
Yeah.
So we're having the trilogy in October.
Yeah.
He just likes to run his mouth and bitch and complain. And I'm like, bro, like, stop. Like, you lost, bro. And he still tries to say, like, oh, I'm undefeated. Like, that was the refs that won you that. I'm like, no, you were still wobbling around after I knocked your ass down. Like, and you're still walking all over the stage. Like, I won, bro. You lost.
Yeah.
Like, leave it at that. You got crybabies like that. You still got beef between people. But for the most part, it's at least to me, there is some people that hate each other. But to me, it's like the way I was raised, I try to be as humble as I can be.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't be mad at you at the end of the day. Like, you're letting me hit you.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, this is a sport where we got to knock each other out, but I can't hate you.
Yeah. Is there any opponent that you really want right now? Like, is there anybody that you really want to fight?
Yeah, Brandon. The one that I just lost to because he took my belt. So I mean, I won my belt in Abu Dhabi. So I went to Abu Dhabi. It was our first match out there.
Yeah.
Took it from the first champion. 3 weeks later, they had a title fight fall out, and Dana White and Frank Lemoncello, who's the other owner, he called me and he was like, hey, can you do us a favor? I was like, what's up? This was 3 weeks after winning my title. They're like, you want to fight again? I'm like, sure. Like, I'll never say no. I'm just like, yeah. Let's do it. Like, I always say yeah. And so I won my title, and 3 weeks later, I defended it against Brandon.
And he took it?
And I beat him
on
the first one.
You lost the second time.
I lost the second time. So I defended my belt 3 weeks after getting it, and I won. So I'm a 2-time champion.
Yeah.
He was crying and complaining. So I was like, all right, let's do it again. So I gave him the opportunity, and I was like, let's run it back.
Yeah.
And we did it in March, and I messed up. I lost that match. I tell people, he didn't win.
Yeah.
That's one thing. He did not win.
What is it? Who decides if you win? Like, what accounts for a win?
So the ref. So for championship, it's 5 rounds.
I see.
So it goes based off of points, just like UFC and boxing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, let's say it goes all 5 rounds. I hit him. He goes crazy. He eats it. He hits me. I go crazy. I eat it. And they'll give you points for acting crazy, like being loud out there. It's an entertainment factor. You get points for that. And then if, let's say, he fouls me, he loses a point. Let's say I foul him, I lose a point. Like, it goes based off of that, like off of the rules and stuff. So you have scorecards.
I see.
But then if you knock him down like I did, and he's still wobbling, and the ref says, hey, like, you're not good, it's a TKO. So he just lost. So he lost because the ref called it because he was still wobbling around on stage.
I see.
So just like on the last one that I did, I hit him, I missed, I broke his nose.
Yeah.
I hit him too high. They didn't call me for a foul because he braced a little bit, and when I came up, I went a little high. It was a wash. I messed up. I made a big mistake, and I missed. Didn't hit him on the button. And then it was his turn to go. I give people my chin. If you go back and watch my matches, I'm just sitting out there. I'm like, all right, I can give you my chin. You're still not going to knock me out. That's kind of my shit talking.
Have you been knocked out yet?
Luckily, knock on wood, no. Knock on wood, I have not been knocked out. I've been knocked down, though. So he put me on my ass on this last match.
Yeah.
And My mistake. So 2 big mistakes. One, I missed the first hit.
Yeah.
The second mistake I made is I got up too fast. He knocked me down. And instead of just sitting there taking a knee for a second, wait for the 8 count, because there's an 8 count.
Yeah.
And if you get up before 10, right, you could still continue.
Yeah.
If you're okay. Like the ref will like be like, hey, walk towards me, walk to the right, walk to the left. So they'll judge you, seeing how your eyes, if you have eye contact, stuff like that. So whenever he hit me, I was kind of pissed off at myself because I missed him and I wasn't thinking straight. And I just got up right away, and I was wobbly all over the stage.
Oh, so they called the match?
Called it.
Oh, dang.
So same, but the match before that, he got me, same way, but I took a knee, got up, and I knocked him out right after that.
I see.
So
You'll get him. You'll get him this time.
I'm going to knock him
his
out.
ass.
I'm not going to mess up. And he knows. He knows. Like, we were supposed to have our fight in July.
Yeah.
He supposedly got injured. I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
I just don't think he was ready. But we're having our fight in October. He knows I would have knocked him out if I would have got him on that first hit.
Yeah.
He know I broke his nose and I hit him in the. I didn't even hit him in the nose. I hit him in the eye and I broke his nose. I'm like,
jeez.
and he felt. I knew I could see it in his eye. He's like, and he got excited. I could tell he was excited. Like, dang, like you just missed. It's my turn. Like,
yeah.
And that's why I was kind of irritated with myself. But
yeah.
I think he knows. He knows. He knows what's
Yeah,
coming.
you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him next time.
He knows what's coming.
For sure. Are you concerned about like the health risks with this? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, do you got kids?
I do.
Like, how does, as a father, like you're putting your health at risk and your safety. Do you get worried about that at all?
I mean, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It's like, I'm doing this to give my family a good life, hopefully build my brand, and get to a point where it's like,
I see.
I don't have to do this for a long time, right?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, growing up boxing, I'm more worried about signing my kid up for boxing and signing, and me doing boxing, I would have had more damage. You got to think about it. You're getting hit over and over again boxing. Yeah. Even in sparring, you're getting hit in the head over and over again. Yeah. Yeah, you're getting hit with gloves, but it's constant joggling of your brain. Even when you're holding up your hands, you get hit in the gloves, you're guarding, it still rocks your brain. Yeah. The thing with power slap is when you're getting hit, there's fouls and stuff that can happen, right? Where you can actually get hit too high or low, whatever it is. But for the most part, a lot of the injuries are just superficial. It's like
broken nose, broken cosmetic stuff.
Exactly. It's not like you're not. Yeah, you'll get maybe a concussion every now and then, right? So after all my matches, I get checked. I get a CT scan, get all that. They find no fluid in my brain, like no extra fluid in my brain. They don't find any abnormalities, so I get cleared. I know a lot of people are worried about it because it's a very new sport. Yeah. But like we said, even with boxing and all that, getting hit over and over and over again in your head, that's more dangerous to me. I mean, look at Muhammad Ali. Yeah. And Dana White said it the best. He said, how many deaths have been in boxing this last year? And then he's like, there's been no deaths in UFC. There's been no deaths in power slap. It's like,
which is so interesting.
That's what's crazy. And even bare knuckle, right? No death. It's all superficial. It's like you're getting hit quick and you're bleeding and all that, but you're not really getting rocked in the brain that much. Yeah. Like that's my biggest thing. And they take care of us. I mean, we get checked up all the time.
Good. Do you feel like, there was a lot of things that were going around. I remember Jake Paul was sort of spearheading this about how fighters don't get paid enough, right? Like in the UFC or in boxing. Do you feel like power slap fighters are compensated the way that they should be?
As of right now, certain ones, yes. Certain ones, I mean, me personally, which is cool. The difference, hold on, let me pause that for a second. I'll say, I understand what Jake Paul was talking about and like Logan Paul, then we're talking about, right? They're talking a bunch of shit about how UFC fighters don't get paid this much, that much. I understand like back in the day they didn't. I mean, I think UFC fighters make pretty good money now. I mean, you got to think about it. Like even my boy D-Rod, I think my boy D-Rod, he just got paid. He's, I think, ranked 16. He got paid like $300,000. That's like for one fight. Yeah. I mean, to me, that's decent
It's not
now
bad.
for UFC fighters. I get back in the day, UFC fighters were making shit.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But that was the very beginning stages. Even with us, it's like we're professional athletes. We're not doing crazy intense training. Some of us, I mean, I do personally. I train like I'm fighting still. But some of these guys just are like, they think it's just, oh, I'm going to go up there slap.
Yeah.
But then that's why they lose, and that's why they're not up in the ranks.
Yeah.
But then you got people like myself. I'll even give it to Brandon a little bit. The kid works out. He puts in the work, but there's a reason why we're all at the top.
Yeah.
And I think, and like I was saying earlier, like Dana and Frank and Hunter, the owners of Power Slap, if it really came down to it, if I was like, hey, like I feel like I need more money, I deserve more money, I could explain it to them why, and I present myself, they would give it to me. I think we're compensated enough right now. Some of us, I think the people that are, have lower compensation, that's where they belong right now because they haven't really performed, or they haven't gave them a reason why they deserve more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like now that I'm a 2-time champion, if I go back, I mean, not if, but when I go back and win this belt, like, I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to ask for more money.
Yeah. There you go.
But I gave a reason why.
Yeah.
And
you're
it's
the
like,
champ.
yeah, and I gave,
That makes sense.
and it's entertaining. Like if you go back and watch our matches, ours aren't boring. Like it keeps you on the edge of your seat because it's like, all right, is this person gonna knock him out? Or like I said, he knocked me down, but I get up and I knocked him out, and everybody's just like, what the fuck? Like everybody flips out. They're like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
So like if you have an entertaining fight like that, they're the type that they will compensate us more. But
That's
we're only on Power Slap 15 now.
It's so new.
Yeah.
It's so new. And I think it's going to be ever growing, bro. I mean, like we saw what Dana did with UFC. Like Power Slap is definitely going to be massive.
It's huge. It's huge already. I don't know if you've seen like the posts where they're presenting how many followers Power Slap has, how many views Power Slap has. Like we beat Taylor Swift in views last year or something like that. It was crazy. Like we have so many views. I think it's like we have 3 videos that equal over, I think 1 or 2 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like it's weird. It's crazy. And
Yeah.
even Dana White said like this is the fastest growing sport he's ever put together. Yes, one because of social media. They didn't have all that back in the day for UFC.
Yeah.
But he said this is going to be bigger than UFC. And it's already starting to get there. Like I was at the airport yesterday and my daughter was like, Dad, did you see that? I'm like, what? She was like, those 2 kids over there were power slapping each other. They're just sitting there like lining up with each other. And I'm like, it's great. And then when I really realized it was getting big is when I didn't have to explain it to people anymore. It's like, I tell people like, oh, I do power slap. They're like, oh, I know what that is. Like in the very early stages, it was like, I do power slap. They're like, what's that? I'm like,
Right.
oh, it's like where you 2 stand at the table, you slap each other. Like I'd have to explain it.
Yeah.
Now I got people. It's like, boom, I met a world peace.
Yeah.
I met Meta World Peace last night at LAX.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, hey, do you mind if I take a picture? I told him what I did, talked to him for a little bit. He's like, wait. He's like, I've seen your clip. He's like, I know who you are. He's like, I was like, so he gave me goosebumps. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, that's crazy.
That's
like
awesome.
I grew up watching you.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've seen your clip. He's like, I watch Power Slap. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's so cool.
That was dope.
That's awesome.
dope.
Seeing your idols like recognize you and give you respect and flowers. That's awesome.
Like
you had that clip. I want to talk about that clip in particular. The clip, it got like 250 million views, I think.
Yeah.
But the one of you bleeding
Yep.
when you got slapped, did that one hurt? Like, what was the vibe with that?
Like, it didn't hurt at all.
No.
Didn't hurt at all. That's what's wild,
That's crazy.
man. But I'm the Puerto Rican pretty boy. So I
Yeah.
had to line up the beard, had to look fresh. And I lined up the beard, shaved my face. It was a fresh shave. And when he hit me, they called flinch, which I did not flinch.
Yeah.
I was pissed. And the refs came up to me, apologized to me afterwards. But so they called flinch.
Yeah.
So what do I have to do? I have to walk back up there, let him hit me again.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. He hit me again. Boom. Just starts opening up and bleeding even more.
Yeah.
And it was my pores that opened up. The cut man came up on stage.
Yeah.
And he was wiping my face. And he was like, there's no cut. He's like, there's nothing to stop. He's like, but it kept bleeding. Then he wiped it again. And then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Yeah.
And then he hit me one more time and it just bled some more. But yeah, it was crazy. And that's the thing is like, I thought Power Slap was gonna be like going viral and get more views for people getting knockouts and stuff like that. But like our girl who runs social media team, her name's AJ. She said that the most viewed videos on all of Power Slap are the ones where people are eating it, where they just get hit and just boom, they're just like, oh, like She said those are the ones that get the most views, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
You took that like a champ, bro.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, and that's why I'm like, me mentally, I tell myself I'm not gonna get knocked out. I'm never gonna get knocked out. These guys are too soft for me. Yeah, and that's what keeps me going.
I love that. How do you practice for something like this? Like, are you in the gym just like smacking things? Like, what's good with that?
So I'll do. I train with a lot of bands, so I'll do a lot of band workouts. I do a lot of core workouts, lift super heavy, bench press, pec deck, all that stuff. But I actually do a lot of like batting movements, like hitting movements. Like I actually trained with a batting coach from the Dodgers for a little bit.
Dang.
He trained a couple MLB players. Yeah. And I was doing some workouts he was giving me. And then as far as getting hit, you just keep your jaw fresh. Don't ever let people hit you. Some of these cats in our league, they let people hit them. But I'm like, no, bro. Like, don't let people hit. Keep the jaw fresh. Because one thing I tell people, that's another question I get. I get people asking me, like, how do you train for it? How do you train your jaw? And I tell people, it's like, you could train it. You could chew on the jazzercise. You could chew on, like whatever things to help your jaw muscles. You could work out your neck. You could do iron neck. You could do shrugs. But you're either born with a chin or you're not. It's like, you could train a little bit. Yeah. But you either just have it or you don't. Yeah. Like, you already know, like, I mean, you've seen it probably growing up is people just get hit once and done. Never again. Like, oh yeah. Yeah. Get knocked out easy every single time. Yeah. So it's tough. It's just keep that jaw fresh. Yeah. That's the best way to train for that.
I love that. That's so funny, man. I was just like imagining you in the gym just like smacking stuff.
I'll do the iron neck in the sauna sometimes, but
that makes sense.
I will like smack.
Do this one where you like lift the thing.
Yeah. Like when we met at UFC, right? Yeah. Met at the UFC gym. I would go down to that room with the bags, the heavy bags. Yeah. And I'll hit the heavy bags. I see. Or I'll hit the paddles with the little taekwondo paddles. I'll hit those. Yeah, yeah. And then recently, I bought this. You know how they have the bobs? Yeah. The guys, the little half guy. Bobs, yeah. I got this head where it's just the head, so somebody could hold it, and you just smack the head and hit the head. Yeah. So you could line up, make sure you target.
That's good practice.
Get the accuracy. Yeah. That's what you got to work on is accuracy.
Yeah. I love that. Dude, I want to know like what keeps you going, because you seem like the kind of guy that, because you're super nice, bro. You're such a kind dude, and I'm sure people judge you because you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Big,
all the time.
Yeah, like you look tough, but then when you meet, you're like, oh shit, this guy's like a softie. He's like a nice guy. So how do you keep that mentality for like the people that are watching, the guys that are watching? How do you like maintain a balance of, because I think as a man, you got to have a couple different things, right? You got to provide, you got to be stern where you need to be stern. You know what I'm saying? You can't tolerate bullshit. You got to protect your family, but also you can be a kind person, right?
Absolutely.
So where do you find that balance for yourself? Like, and also what are your boundaries? Like, have you ever had to like fucking just smack someone because like
oh yeah. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this story. So, I'll give you my boundaries and stuff. I'll give you what keeps me happy. What keeps me going is obviously my family keeps me going. I mean, it's kind of hard to be a angry person all the time when I get to hit people. And get paid for it now. But I've always been taught. Well, not really taught. I've just seen it in life growing up. And I just read the meme again the other day because I saw it scrolling, and it's the most truthful meme I've ever read. Is the most violent people are usually the ones with the biggest hearts. And I'm like, and I really thought about it, and I was like, that's true, because then when I started thinking about it, I'm like, we really are. It's like we have such big hearts. Like I'm so loving and I'm so giving that it hurts me if I see somebody else be rude to somebody, or like even if they're rude to me, that's what gets me fired up. Yeah. It's like I'm so loving and giving and caring, and it's like when I see somebody be rude, I will
flames
drop some. Yeah, I'll drop somebody just because of that. Like, and it's happened. Like I've had this. It was an 8th grade kid. I told the 8th grade kid I'll whoop his ass. I'm like, yeah, I'm a 32-year-old adult, but I was like, I'll spank you. I was like, I don't even know the kid. I was like, I'll spank you because he like pushed this old lady out of the way.
Oh, it's not.
It was just rude. And I'm like, say excuse me. You know, kids. Some of the kids nowadays, they get tough and they just try to act like. I'm like, all right, bro. Like I was like, I'll spank you. I was like, I'll bend you over my knee and I'll spank you, bro. And it's like, that meme really hit, like, or that quote really hit was when I read that. I was like, that is true. I do get, I used to get angry fast because I do have a big heart. It's like, and you kind of got to protect it yourself, you know? So I feel like I'm protecting myself because I have a big heart, but the boundaries I have are that just be polite to people, be nice to people, don't, like manners, like have mannerisms, like have good mannerisms. But there was a time where me and my wife were out at a club, and I brought all my coworkers out with me, and this was their first time in Cali. They're like, "Oh, let's go somewhere." I'm like, "Okay." All of them are single. I'm like, "Yeah, let's go here." So we go. My wife's there. I go to the bathroom. My wife's getting hit on by some guy. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, whatever. But then she's like, hey, he keeps trying to talk to me. Like, I don't want to talk to him. I was like, oh, okay. She's like, tell him. I'm like, okay. So I tell him, I'm like, hey, bro. I was like, she's not interested. I was like, she doesn't want to talk to you. He's like, oh, yeah, no problem. He was cool. Yeah. His friend behind him gets all tough. And his friend comes around. He's like, what the fuck are you going to do? And before he said do, I just smacked him. His ass. Smacked him. He went out cold. Security looked at me, and I was like, it's all right. I'm already leaving. Bye. Like, that's crazy. And I was like, bro, it wasn't even your boy that was hitting on her. Like, I'm obviously my wife's beautiful. People are going to hit on her. Yeah. I'm not that type of person who's like, oh, that's mine. Get away. Like, I'm like, hey, bro, like, she's cool. She doesn't want to talk to you. After she started feeling uncomfortable, she told me, you know, that's one of my boundaries. It's like, I'm talk to her. That's cool, whatever. But if she gets uncomfortable, that's when it's like, all right, this is my family. Like, even my friends, like, leave them alone. Get away. Yeah. And I was like the friend that had nothing to do with it. Tried to get all smart, and I'm like, I just smacked him once. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta stand on it. Boop. There you go. It was crazy. It was wild. That's crazy. Yeah. Did you ever hear from them? Like, they ever reach out? No. Nothing. I was thinking, like, did they like try and press charges and shit? No, never. I have no clue even what they looked like. I have no clue what that. And then I remember the next day somebody actually got really beat up over there, but I don't know what happened. But like, the you slapped him or you punched him? I slapped him. Oh, you slapped him. I slapped him. That's one thing too. It's like, so. That's so funny. I know we didn't talk about this much, but I grew up boxing. My dad, and the reason why I knew I could take a hit and why I knew I was gonna be good at that show is I grew up sparring. When I grew up sparring, I couldn't spar kids my age. My dad would make me spar the older teenagers or adults. And it's like, because it's sparring, you know, you're not supposed to go crazy, but he's like, I want you to spar, you know, bigger kids. I don't want you to spar adults. I'm like, okay. And then I just knew I could take it. I grew up boxing, and I don't know. I know I could fight. Yeah. But I don't know if it's because it's more embarrassing to smack somebody in the face. I think that's why I turned to it now. I don't think it was because of power slap or anything. Yeah. I think it was just like, I don't need to sit there and fight somebody. If I could just hit him once, I open hand slapped him and just knocked out. Yeah. And that's, it's like, so funny. I don't know what it is now. Like I said, I grew up boxing. We grew up training, doing it the right way, but I just smacked him. That's so funny, bro. Dude, what we gotta wrap it up because we got to get to a meeting, but I want to know, like, obviously what you're looking forward to, and also just if you have any advice for people that look up to you, because, you know, being a professional athlete is not easy in any sport, and I think even to get to the top of any sport, you know, and do it professionally is very difficult and it's very rare. So, like, what is some advice you would leave them with? The best advice I could give people, and I would say give younger generation, is don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to say yes to opportunities. Yeah. Definitely surround yourself with people like our boy Divij here. Just surround yourself with likable people. Be genuine. That's the biggest thing. Be genuine, and it will get you in the right places. I think the reason why, even though I lost that first exhibition match with Dana White and them, and the reason why they kept me around is because they saw I was a genuine person, and because they saw that I had the drive. Yeah. And so I'll say, work hard at anything. Don't be afraid to take risks. Surround yourself with good people. Amen. Dang.
That's great
That's
advice,
it.
bro.
That's it.
My man, Isaiah.
That's it.
Thanks for coming on.
No,
bro.
thank you.
I really appreciate it. I'm glad we made it happen.
Thank you.
Now, where can they follow you if they want to find you on social media?
Isaiah_powerslap on Instagram and Isaiah.slaps on TikTok.
Come on. Guys, go give them a follow. Thank you guys for tuning into the podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe, leave a review, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.